Welcome back to Nation of Glory, the place where stories of courage, resilience, and dreams come alive. Tonight, we celebrate the life of a woman who has broken barriers, conquered Hollywood, and carried her heritage with pride. A woman whose voice, beauty, and determination have made her not only a superstar, but also a symbol of strength for millions. This is the story of Salma Hayek Pinal, the Mexican and American actress and producer who turned every obstacle into opportunity and proved that dreams have no borders. Salma was born on September 2, 1966, in Coatzacoalcos, Veracruz, Mexico. She grew up in a vibrant, close-knit family. Her mother, Diana, was an opera singer and talent scout, while her father, Sammy, was an oil company executive and businessman of Lebanese descent. From the very beginning, Salma's world was surrounded by culture, music, and ambition. But despite the opportunities her family provided, Salma carried with her a fire that could not be contained. As a little girl, Salma was diagnosed with dyslexia, a learning disorder that made school a challenge. Many people might have seen that as a limitation, but for Salma, it became another reason to fight harder. She always believed in her ability to dream big. And her dreams weren't small, she wanted the world. At the age of 12, she was sent to study at the Academy of the Sacred Heart in Louisiana. For the young Salma, being in the United States was overwhelming. She was away from her home, her culture, her comfort. She often faced prejudice, isolation, and misunderstanding. But instead of letting it break her, she let it shape her. These experiences made her resilient, gave her perspective, and planted the seed for her future journey in Hollywood. Eventually, Salma returned to Mexico and studied international relations at the Universidad Iberoamericana. But something inside her kept calling. The classroom wasn't her destiny, the stage was. The camera was. The stories waiting to be told through performance were louder than any lecture hall. So, Salma left behind the comfort of predictability and chose the uncertainty of art. Her career began in Mexico with theater and small television roles. Soon, she landed the lead role in the telenovela Teresa. This was no ordinary role, this show made her a household name across Mexico. Suddenly, Salma Hayek was a star. But that wasn't enough for her. Fame in Mexico was just the first step. She wanted more. She wanted Hollywood. And so, with nothing but her ambition and her courage, she moved to Los Angeles. She barely spoke English, had no connections, and faced an industry notorious for typecasting Latina women into limited roles. It was a place where her accent, her background, and even her look were seen as barriers. People told her she would never make it. But Salma Hayek was not built to listen to limits. She studied English and acting, spending hours upon hours perfecting her craft. She auditioned relentlessly, often facing rejection after rejection. But each no only made her more determined to reach a yes. Then, in 1995, her breakthrough came. She starred opposite Antonio Banderas in Robert Rodriguez's Desperado. Suddenly, the world noticed. Her performance was fiery, fearless, unforgettable. The young woman from Veracruz had announced herself to Hollywood. From there, Salma's journey became a series of triumphs. She starred in From Dusk Till Dawn, Fools Rush In, and Wild Wild West. But she didn't just want to be an actress, she wanted to tell stories, to create, to lead. In 1999, she founded her own production company, Ventana Rosa. For Salma, it wasn't enough to be in front of the camera, she wanted to change what happened behind it too. Her most defining moment came in 2002 with the release of Frida, a film she produced and starred in. It told the life story of Mexican painter Frida Kahlo, a woman as passionate, as bold, and as revolutionary as Salma herself. Bringing Frida to the screen was no easy task. It took years of persistence, of fighting for financing, of overcoming obstacles. But Salma never gave up. She poured her soul into the role, capturing Kahlo's pain, love, and brilliance. The film was a masterpiece. Frida earned Salma an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress, making her one of the first Latina actresses to ever be recognized in that category. It was more than a nomination, it was history. It was proof that a Mexican woman could not only stand on Hollywood's grandest stage, but shine on it. Beyond film, Salma Hayek has been a force of advocacy. She has spoken out against discrimination, against the lack of representation for Latinx actors, and for women's rights in Hollywood. She was one of the most powerful voices in the Hashmedu movement, courageously sharing her experiences and demanding change in an industry long dominated by silence. Her strength, however, doesn't just come from her career. Salma is also a woman of deep family values. In 2009, she married French businessman François-Henri Pinault, and together they have a daughter, Valentina. Despite her global fame, Salma has always spoken about motherhood as her greatest role. Her love for her daughter, her devotion to her family, grounds her. She has always made it clear that success means little without love. Over the years, Salma has continued to shine in Hollywood and beyond. From comedies to dramas, from action to animation, her versatility has no limits. She has starred in projects like Grown Ups, Beatriz at Dinner, The Hitman's Bodyguard, and most recently, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Eternals. Each role has been different, yet each has carried her unmistakable presence, powerful, graceful, magnetic. But perhaps what makes Salma Hayek so beloved is not just her talent. It is her heart. She has never forgotten where she comes from. She has worked tirelessly for charitable causes, supporting initiatives in Mexico and worldwide. She has championed women, immigrants, and underprivileged communities. She has proven that fame can be used for more than just glory, it can be used for good. When you look at her story, it is not just the tale of a successful actress. It is the tale of a girl from Coatzacoalcos who dared to dream beyond borders. It is the tale of someone who turned rejection into resilience, who turned limitations into legacy. Salma Hayek is living proof that dreams do not belong to one nation, one language, or one culture. Dreams belong to those brave enough to chase them. Today, she stands as one of the most respected and admired women in Hollywood. Not just for her talent, but for her courage. Not just for her fame, but for her humanity. She has carved out a legacy that will inspire generations of dreamers to come. And that is why we honor her here, on Nation of Glory. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the life of Salma Hayek. If her story inspired you today, don't forget to subscribe to Nation of Glory, hit that like button, and share this video with your friends who believe in chasing dreams and breaking barriers. Until next time, stay strong, stay inspired, and never forget the world belongs to those who dare to dream.